as always. I just hate being put on the spot.
Relatable though. Fucking relatable though.
And I'm just like, you don't know how many times I just think about so many openings for this podcast. And I'm like, yo, that's fucking good. And the second you're like, yeah, we're recording. I'm like, what do I say? I don't know.
You know, sometimes I just like to just say, you know, I should just go with that method of like, you know, just keep talking and then hit record randomly. And then just let it go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes just random conversations make a good podcast. Like, remember that time? Was it NC Comic Con? They were just talking, and we were like, yo, this will make an awesome ass podcast, and we never recorded that shit.
I know. We were just having a conversation. So, yes.
Yeah.
The setup and trap of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, let's just go back in time and record that, and then come back now. No, that's too much work for me. You know, all of us. I'm no doctor.
Yeah, it is. Did we record? Yeah, we did record a podcast for this year.
Yes,
One already.
This is
I'm tracking time already.
We recorded on the 4th. And today is the 18th. Oh my goodness. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gosh. So how's 2020 going for everybody?
Hey, welcome to the Blerdlines podcast. Woo! We're gonna get lit. It's like that's all we do is just giggle and laugh on this show.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
This is literally the opening right here. This is the opening. Trying to figure out how to do the opening and laughing.
Right?
So, podcast 101. How to do an opening. This talk.
Laugh first.
Just randomly talk, chit chat, blah 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 blah, and then that's your opening.
All right.
But yeah, it is our second episode of the year. How are we feeling in 2020 so far? How are we doing?
I'm surviving.
I think we're all doing
good. Surviving one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Just taking everything that's going on.
Oh yeah, like taking in, like I'm still like healing wounds from 2019, so I'm kind of like triggered right now. Where it's like, you gonna mess up 2020? Do I need to square up? I don't know what to do right now. Already.
And this is what, like, our like third week into 2020, and we're already just kind of like guards up. I'm guard.
It's like, fight me. See me in the streets. Turn your location on. Fight me.
It's ridiculous.
I got health insurance. Square up.
Exactly. I got life insurance. Square up.
Right.
My family's gonna be good.
Right.
Square up.
Try me. I dare.
Lying bitch. I'm gonna fight today.
You're not wrong though. You're freaking not wrong.
We're just gonna go out here and have Pokemon battles in the street.
Oh, if you guys have not heard today, I don't even know what I'm saying. But basically, we have a third co-host.
Yes, third co-host. We now have that revolving chair is filled. Surprise!
I'm back again.
I'm telling you, like, she is a gift.
Yeah.
So enjoy. Have you been to her
Oh, Frankie. Are you coming to Katsu? Because I need to like nuzzle and hug you forever.
Definitely, I'm coming to Katsu. We were just talking about that. Hey. We dancing. Hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey. We're gonna do that secret level up.
Yo, we should, like, on site when we meet each other.
Exactly, just
Yes, I'm down. I'm here for it.
Exactly.
We need photos.
Yeah.
Photos. You're gonna get an Instagram video of this. It's gonna be thoughty and messed up. It's gonna be great.
So for those who don't know and who haven't heard like your first episode when you were on before, tell our lovely audience about yourself.
Well, hey guys, my name is Ashley Mika. I usually go by Mika. It's great to be freaking back. I am awesome, to toot my own horn. I am a lover of anime, wrestling, and all kinds of weirdness. And I wasn't able to announce the last one because I didn't know this was going to be a thing, but now I'm a business owner of my own blog and podcast as well.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations.
That's my bitch.
Yes, and we're making our debut at AwesomeCon of all places.
Nice.
AwesomeCon. So when is that?
AwesomeCon is May 1st through the 3rd, I believe. Yeah, I think it's May 1st through the 3rd in Washington, D.C. at the Walter E. Convention Center. So for any of those who are local or going to be local, or I'm staring at Frankie and y'all better be local.
We gonna be there. We better be there.
I see the eyes like yeah, you better be there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. We have to. If we don't, then we're terrible.
Because AwesomeCon is amazing, and I'm excited for this.
That was my first time at AwesomeCon, but shit, I'm gonna do it for you.
Oh, girl, it's like Liddy. It's Liddy it's like Liddy in the most nerdiest celebrity-filled way. Like, I go because, like, my favorite actors and wrestlers show up.
Ooh. Is it like SuperCon, but just in DC?
In a way, yeah, because for those who don't know, AwesomeCon is like, I love the title for one, but it's mainly like a comic book, TV show, movie, mix of a little sci-fi with a hint of anime kind of convention. So basically almost everything nerdy is literally there. And to me, one of their selling points is that they have like so many freaking celebrities that show up. Like they have like they have a few that come consistently, like Phil Lamar. But they always have like some new person show up. Like one of my faves who's coming back. I just forgot his name for like Ron Perlman, who played the first Hellboy. He's gonna be there, and others. And I need to touch him again because he touched me the first AwesomeCon I went to, and he called me cute. And now he's single, so actually shooting shots here.
Well, he's single now.
Oh yeah, he's single now. And David is just leaving the chat.
I'm here. I'm just laughing. It's funny. I'm just laughing. I'm here.
This is why I have Frankie for my thought talks.
I'm at that hoe over there.
Yeah.
I'll just be over here when y'all ready.
Well, since I got to talk more about penis now, goodbye, David.
You said the magic word. We should do like a peenie hermit. Like, the magic word is penis.
Cherry, today's magic word.
God damn.
Hi, boys and girls. Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
So,
Ashley, all the doll. Everyone, go to AwesomeCon. AwesomeCon is pretty cool.
You know, I keep waiting for you to drop like the Miz Awesome chant. I'm just saying.
Well, it's like I'm not deeply a fan of his, so I would never.
I know, but you were like, it's awesome, Con. And I'm like, it's awesome. I was waiting for you to say it, but I got you.
Don't worry. You got plenty more time in this podcast. I got you.
Yeah, I'm just not getting into the whole wrestling thing, and I have not been keeping up like I said I would. So shame on me.
I'm not right now, so it's you're fine.
But it was nice. Like when I got into it, I was like, yo, this shit's lit. Especially Shinsuke.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Yes. Also, fun fact, I met him and got an autograph from him at AwesomeCon as well.
Oh my god, I hate you.
So Ashley, tell us about you were at that first taping of AEW on TBS, right?
Yes, I was.
How was that like being in the audience?
It was so electrifying. It was like it's because for one, in general, that was my first wrestling show.
TNT, not TBS.
Yeah, like that was my first wrestling show, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but the energy was so powerful. Like everyone was on their, like everyone was excited, everyone was chanting, "This is awesome," or people were really feeling what was happening, and even the dark matches people were into. And I remember when me and my friends were walking to go back to the metro station, this guy said that he's been through a lot of wrestling shows, including WrestleMania, and that show that night was louder.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just so good. Like it was just so much fun because it was something, coming from someone who's watched like a lot of, like who consumes a lot of wrestling, especially mainstream WWE wrestling. It's like, it gave such a different vibe than WWE that it's like crazy. That it was just so engaging. It was like, it was action. It was just, there were moments where I was like, oh, this girl's going to die. Like, not die, like, she's just not dead. No, she's going to be dead. Like, it was just so good. It was, I can gush about it all day.
Well, that sounds easy. I'm just kind of like out of it.
Because like I noticed, like they got some deal where it's like they're gonna be exclusive through TNT through 2024.
Yep.
Like,
to 2023 actually.
23. Okay. But that's a good deal though. I mean,
oh yeah, it's like they haven't even like. It's like they just had their year anniversary not too long ago, sort of. It's like they haven't even been on TNT that long. Well, it's been a year since they started AEW, but they haven't even been on TNT that long. So that's kind of like exciting that it's like they have 2 nights worth of, shows. My only concern with that is what are they going to do with the extra show, like with the extra 2 hours of programming? Because, like when you look at their roster currently isn't huge. So, and they have a good chunk of storylines going on, but it's like, do you have enough to work with to make it for another 4 hours worth, if that makes sense?
Because the show on Wednesdays from 8 to 10, and what's the other night?
I assume if they're going to have a show on Wednesday, I assume the next night would either be a Friday or a Saturday. Okay. But they haven't announced when they're going to do it. They haven't announced what day that second show is going to be.
Okay. Yeah, because I admit, like, watching their first episode on TV, like this what got me right off the bat was seeing JR, and I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, that was enough. But there's the matches. I was like, yeah, the matches are great. Like it reminded me, like I grew up as a WCW kid, so it's like I felt like watching Nitro again.
Yeah.
But yes, go Frankie. Yes, you gotta get on it too. Cause like I'm behind too, so we gotta catch up to Ashley's speed. Yes.
I'm terribly behind.
It's okay.
But I'll catch up eventually. So, what happened at MagFest? Because I heard a lot of shit.
Well, it depends on what did you hear, because I can only clarify so much.
The whole thing with the wig being stolen, and then the guy running around naked.
Oh yeah, okay.
You were there, so like I want to hear from you.
Okay, so the wig, well, the wig is a little bit longer, so I'll go over the naked guy. So the naked guy is kind of a two-parter. So basically what happened was, the first rumor was that a guy got robbed, that he got completely robbed. His stuff was stolen, his clothes were taken. So he wasn't necessarily running around con. The rumor was that he was like, basically he just got robbed and he had no clothes and he was trying to get back to his room. That's what the first rumor was. But then the second part that came through after a lot of like, I guess people doing groundwork and digging, the guy was actually abusing and assaulting a chick at con. Like he got naked to a degree, and he pretty much forced his dick in her mouth, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard both of those rumors, but I didn't know what really happened.
Yeah, because what happened was it was the first one that came through that he got. Because at first someone was like, "Oh, someone's streaking at Mag because this is Mag. Weird shit happens, ha ha ha," kind of thing. And so people thought it was the first one. But then when a lot of people who were actually there and saw the guy, they were talking about it more. And the girl who was actually assaulted by this guy, she came forward through another friend to basically talk about what happened.
Apparently, there's a screenshot of it, which is kind of just, it tells basically what happened. From what I heard, is that he was rooming with them, and then he just got really fucked up out of his mind, and he started streaking, and just thought that he could just do whatever with her because he was familiar with her.
Yeah.
And that was about it. And of course, I think he got arrested because of that. But that's what I heard. But that shit's crazy. And then the girl with the whole Nessa wig, that was like, okay. It was a long, long story.
So what's the wig one? I haven't heard about the wig.
Okay, so the wig, that's a little bit easier because I was like following that religiously, and I think to the point where when Frankie posted something about this, I was like, "Ooh, girl, did you get the new stuff?" So basically, what happened was there was a girl. She commissioned this amazing wig maker and stylist and designer for this Nessa from Pokemon wig, and so. From what I understand, the wig stylist, she was already pretty booked, but she could squeeze something in. So she kind of said, okay, I could do the Nessa wig. And literally like a week before Mag, the girl, I don't know how long she'd been working on the wig or what she was doing with the wig, but like literally a week before, the person who commissioned her basically said, oh, so this Nessa wig is going to be used in an underwater shoot. Now, for those who don't know wig styling and wig designing, underwater shoots are absolutely terrible for wigs. Like, you have the chlorine, you have the salt water. If it's synthetic, oh my God, and there's a lot of things you have to do to a wig to prep it so it can handle and look and flow in water, especially if it's synthetic. So that's a lot of work. So to tell your commissioner this a week before it's due, especially when they let you know that they're pre-packed, is stupid. Step number one. But I digress. So she tells her a week before that she's doing all this stuff. And then she's like, okay. So the wig designer had to basically change up her plan and kind of do what she can do to make it durable. And she told her up front that your wig is going to be damaged or something, the wig is going to get messed up. And the girl said, okay, fine. Fast forward to con. She already paid the designer or the wig maker half for the wig. She was going to give her the other half. And due to timing and the girl not being clear on when her shoot is and moving up the shoot date and changing, she asked if she could pay the commissioner, like do a swap of money, like switch, pay then and take the wig and go. Commissioner agreed. girl comes down, and instead of doing any of that, she snatches the wig and runs the heck off to go to her shoot. Like, I'm assuming like she was mad late for her shoot and she just snatched and went, but she didn't pay for it. And the fun side note of all of this was the wig was significantly less than the actual photo shoot. Like, the photo shoot cost more than the wig, but another digression. Anywho, she snatches and goes, does her photo shoot, posts the photo pictures that she took on her Instagram. People were clowning and calling her out and doing all this mess and, you know, getting up in arms because, you know, what the hell, because you don't do this to people. And in the end, the girl returned the wig in a plastic bag to MAG security, which then gave it basically to the wig maker who was boothing. And when she took that wig, right? Now it gets better, David. The wig was still wet, as I said. And when I mean, it's like she literally took it off after she finished the shoot, put it in a bag, and kept it in that bag since the shoot. And she returned this wig, like, what, on Sunday? So that wig has probably been sitting wet and damp and stank in that bag for like 3 some days. Then she gave it back to the wig designer. Wig designer took it out, showed Instagram videos of this wig still freaking dripping. And she said it stunk. And she still didn't get paid that other half of money that she was owed.
And pool water stinks. It stinks.
And the wig, and like she said, the wig was trashed. Like the, because you know, on Nessa's, on her hair, for those who don't know, she has like a bun in the back. That was like, the wig was tatty, it was matty, it was tangled because it was synthetic. Thank goodness she used the silicone spray on it, so it probably wasn't as tangled as it could be for a synthetic. But that was the story, y'all. And then I think the only bad side, the only really terrible side of this whole thing was a lot of people on Instagram and Twitter, instead of just making this an isolated incident with the girl, like saying, oh, she's trash, she's this, she's that, they started throwing racial slurs and things into it.
Yeah,
that was the part that was, you know, fucked up.
Yeah. And then basically stating that, like, oh, you shouldn't commission the black people ever. I'm like, no, not every black person's like that.
Not every black
person. Some white people that they don't pay for their commission at all.
Yep.
They just think, you know, they didn't complete the payment. So I'm just like, no, that's not the case. It's just that it happened to be somebody that was black, unfortunately. And she did something like that. And unfortunately, she kind of just represented a whole mass of people, which is unfair to us in general.
Yep.
Wow.
Which garbage.
That was crazy.
Oh, it was wild.
Yeah, I was just following that whole story, and I'm like, wow. I wonder how Katsu's gonna be.
Ugh.
But I guess
you mean CloutCon? How is CloutCon gonna be?
Yeah, it is kind of CloutCon, but it's a fun CloutCon.
I agree. Like, it's a fun CloutCon with the right people, but I'm telling you now, like, all of those, like, quote-unquote famous cosplayers, I'm not going to wait for them to make their grand entrance. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Look, I learned that shit last year, and I know I'm probably going to get a lot of bullshit if a lot of people hear this, but, yo, they literally only stayed in their cosplays for a photo shoot, and then that's that.
Yep.
Nothing else. Like, you didn't see them throughout the con at all. And I'm like, I understand my cosplay at the time, because I just went to have fun, was not as intricate, but I stayed in my cosplay for the majority of the con.
Yep.
Hoping that I can, like, at least meet up with some of them. And no, it's just literally just like, let's take a few photos to show that we're here. And after that, the moosh, we're done.
Yep.
I'm over it, but it is what it is. You guys do what you want to do. I'm going to have my time. My birthday is in 2 weeks, but I'm celebrating my birthday at KatsuCon, so.
Nice. I got to remember to get you a gift.
Oh, you don't have to. Just show up. Just show me your pretty face.
Do it. Still
That's
gonna
all
do
you
it.
gotta do. Just show me your pretty face.
Aww. I'll show you my titty nipples. They're pierced.
Oh yeah, okay, that's perfection right there. All I need. Okay, well, aside from me being perv, let's go ahead and take a break so we can figure out the next. Okay. Promotion. Like, well.
I believe Ashley has something she wants to say first.
Do I have anything to say?
Are we talking about the whole?
The whole titty nipple. The titty nipple.
It's my birthday gift, so maybe I should have something to say about it, but I would prefer to just keep that to myself. Let's see about that.
And we're moving on.
Because I know Frankie likes titties, and I have titties. Very expensive titty nipples now.
Very okay. Well, I haven't seen them, but they look good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do.
Just seeing them, like, okay, I'm being a perv. Just stop. Okay. Don't look like that, thing.
Right?
I won't go say nothing. I was gonna say, she didn't flash nobody. For those that wonder, no, she did not flash anybody. Okay, no, she did not. That's it.
Well, of course not. I'm not gonna flash anybody. They're still crusty, man. I'm healing. I can't just be doing this all casually. It has to be done strategically.
Oh, I know, but still, for anybody that's listening, like, did she? Like, no.
Oh, but best believe when I get the new rings, everybody is gonna know what's up.
I've been wanting to get my nipples pierced, but I'm just like, I keep getting mixed reviews. Everybody's like, you're gonna lose feelings in them, and I'm like, and then they're like, oh, you're gonna gain more feelings, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel about them because I'm like, I want them, but because they look cute. But
they are cute. Like, just in my personal experience, it's like I gained more feeling in them. Like, they're more, it's basically like, I always joke, like, on Twitter and Instagram, I call my like healing nipple piercing, I call them toddlers, because there are days where they're just the sweetest, precious angels, and then there's another day where they're like clutching the Fruity Pebbles in the cereal aisle and having a tantrum because mommy said no. And like, it's on some days where it's like, oh, there's more, like, even in just cleaning, there's more. For me, I became more sensitive. Like, not like a hentai, oh, you touch and then next thing you know, jizz train. But like, I'm more conscious and aware of my nips. And I like the way they look. Like, I'm happy with the way they look. I'm happy with how they're healing up. And I know when they get to that mark when I can change out the piercings, I know I'm going for rose gold and sapphire. So
that's gonna look
here
cute.
we are. Oh yeah. So it's like, here we are. This is what we're doing today.
You know what, David? You should get a peen piercing.
No.
Because we're talking about our nips. Why not?
No.
Or you should do nipple piercing too. Like, make, nipple piercing works for guys.
Oh, it totally does. And personally, just, this is totally open for the podcast, of course. I think guys who have nip piercings are kind of hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suppose.
All lip noises. Movements. It's just like,
yeah, like, I totally encourage you to do it, Franks. I totally encourage you to do it. Like, because I heard the stories about, like, someone said, like, they lost feels, they lost feels during the healing process, which I can see because like nips and just like any other part of your body, but nips have like a lot of, nerve endings and stuff. So some things can get, debunked. But I feel during the healing process, your body will just like reroute and repair.
So question. So you say when people lose feeling, is it kind of like people saying like it's like a ghost arm or something that something's there but you can't really tell it's there? You can't.
It's kind of like that's basically like that. It's basically like like it's kind of like keeping that feeling of just like like it's almost like if you had a skin tag, like it's there, but you don't really feel things, and it's because like with nip piercings, just like any other piercing, you can damage or some nerves can get like shocked or get a little trauma, and you might lose feel. Like for some people, they might have been like things might have been more pleasurable for them, and then they got their nips pierced, and then like that kind of went away, kind of thing. And for me, it was wow. This is a very open podcast. For me, it was like I was okay, and now I'm just more aware. Like I joke about like, oh, my nips know when it's cold in the room down the hall. They let me know that it's cold in the room down the hall, even though I'm not cold personally. So in a thought
after your nip piercing or before?
That sensitivity kind of thing?
Yeah.
Definitely after. Because like my nips were normal, I guess, or more, like they weren't mega sensitive. But now they're a tad bit more. And I've gotten used to it now. So it's not like a oh, this is a weird experience. But it did catch me off guard because I wasn't used to it. Like, because I remember before I used to be able to, I would touch my nip because I would just, because like how dudes just like rest their hands on like their junk and they're not doing anything, but they're just doing it.
You're just kind of like grabbing them.
Yeah, like I do the same thing with my boobs when I'm sitting at home. And like I used to do that and not really feel anything or not really be bothered. But if I did that now, like, just like a finger run over the top of my nip, it's like, there's like an electric surge, like hit, like knocking me through my back. And it's like, whoo, when that happened? And so in the most thoughtiest of thought ways, I'm sitting here like, ooh, when these bad boys heal up and someone can put their face near them again. Bet.
Oh, are we horny?
I'm sorry if this did something for anybody who's listening. Well, actually, I'm not. You're welcome. It's for free.
Yeah, that smile.
Yay!
So how was so David? How was your night after you got off work? Well, my night was interesting.
You like it? Shut up.
I'm like, how was your Saturday night?
Like,
well, my Saturday night was really intriguing. Yeah, yeah, cool.
So, have any of you guys seen Weathering Away with You?
Yes, I saw it yesterday.
No, I want to see it. I want to see it. How is it?
Amazing. Have you seen Your Name? It's from the same animators or same creators. Creators from the same creators, and it's just like I can't put it into words how fucking amazing it is. It's just my breath away.
It was so cute. The characters were so freaking endearing and relatable. Her younger brother is such a player.
It was so cute though. He was just like playing all those fucking girls into just
like they're in grade school.
oh, I don't want to like fucking spoil anything for anyone, but that he had a hold on those girls. It was
Oh, he
crazy.
did.
It was so cute though.
Because how long is it gonna be in theaters?
I don't know. I don't. I think it was just only, at least in Greensboro, it was only Thursday. It was Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
But anywhere else, I don't know how it's
Yeah.
like how they're like presented in.
Because one of my friends in Fayetteville, I think they saw it. They're singing today, or they saw it tonight.
So it might be because I saw like the preview, the premiere.
Uh-huh. Because it's supposed, because what they did was they broke it up to like, what do they call these things? They called it a fans event or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday. Then they opened it up to everybody. And I didn't go on the fans night, so I was like, oh, did y'all get anything special? Like, did you guys get any like pictures, a button, or
I got a
something? Got a poster.
That's about it. I got a poster, but it's cute though. Like it was like a 11 by 8 poster size poster.
Oh, that's a nice size.
That's a nice size poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, and I went because like I had like an AMC gift card for Christmas. I got that for Christmas, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, if I'm gonna go to the AMC, I'm gonna do it right now. And so I went. It was fucking amazing. Like the colors and everything. It's just like I'm always mind blown by their animation. It's so human, almost like Studio Ghibli.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's really it's out of this world.
Because I guess eventually it'll be on. I would say DVD in about what 2-3 months probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I would say for starters, if you haven't seen, like, if you're not like familiar with it, at least start with Your Name.
Oh, I have. Oh, I love that.
You seen it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That story. I was like, if it didn't end the way it did, I would have been mad. Like, are they not gonna meet up at all? Like, come on. Yeah.
Sure.
You.
But yeah, I loved it. It was amazing.
Yes, it was so cute. I recommend it for people. But then again, there have been so many great anime movies that came out recently that are of that same feel, I guess, if that makes sense, that have been just so good. I love it. I love all of it.
Cause like I'm still like catching up on a lot of like, anime movies. Like I just now saw Nausicaa like a month ago, finally.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, like I'm just now like randomly getting to watch different anime movies. Like I've seen Howl's Moving Castle so many times. Like I could probably quote part of it.
Do you have Netflix, dear sir?
I do.
Let Ashley be the one to help you. Did you see A Silent Voice yet?
No. All right.
I mean, I haven't seen it either, so I guess I'm just as bad.
All right, I'm going right now.
I can't regas because I don't have water, so you just have to accept that worked for both of y'all. So I still love y'all, but need to do better for the culture.
Okay, I'll do better for the culture.
All right, I am adding it to my list now. Is it A Silent Voice?
Yes, because for real, it is a really good movie. Like, it's one of the ones, it's a movie that I just would recommend a lot of people watch. Like, there's a lot of deep themes, moving notions that I think everyone needs to just watch to just, like, I would love to give you a certain article that I've written about it, but I refuse. So just take my word for it that it's great.
Fair enough. I understand. Yeah. I just added to my list of forever growing
Yeah.
things. Okay.
You know what I've been watching, and I'm close to finishing the second season. You have you been watching you?
How is that? Because I am listening to everyone talk about it. I'm following, like, I'm trying not to spoil myself on it, even though I think people have, because I know what happened to Chick. But like, like when I watched the trailer, they were like, boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, and then they said something else, and I was like, this is kind of mad suspect, because I watch way too much crime show, ID network stuff, so I'm just like, what happens?
Have you watched Dexter?
Yes.
It's very much like Dexter. I don't know. It's just they just put like a lot of twists in there where you just like there have been times when I just have to pause it because I'm just like I'm not ready to see what's gonna happen next.
Fair.
And I have to mentally prepare myself to just like go through some of the episodes.
Fair.
Like, okay, well, I guess he's doing that now. This is what homeboy's doing, so we're just gonna have to follow along. But there are times that like I sympathize with the main character compared to like what I did with Dexter.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. It's just the way they just like they make him out to seem like he's the good guy.
Yeah.
And not the bad guy, and the way they justify a lot of the things that he does. It's just like he's not a bad person. He really isn't. But yeah, I don't know. I'll let y'all see that for yourself if you haven't seen it yet. But it's good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, because like currently I'm in a Yu-Gi-Oh binge right now, so like
there's nothing wrong with
I just started Yu-Gi-Oh yesterday.
There's nothing wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh binge. Welcome.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it before, but I'm just like, you know what? I don't remember too much because last time I saw it, I was like 9. So,
yeah, girl.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me rewatch this so I can like relearn about this shit. So I started using that.
That's me, because like you, I remember watching it faithfully when I was a kid, and then when they got to like when they got to like season 3-ish and they were doing Battle City stuff, I followed up until the semifinals. Like I barely like parts of it I kind of like barely remembered, like what happened to Mai and all this other stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll rewatch it. I rewatched it up to that point, took a hell of a long break, and then I came back to it. And right now I'm in the last season where they're trying to, the Pharaoh's trying to get his memory and shit. And I am so, like, I want to finish it. I'm going to power through it and finish it. But I am so over their dinky ass friendship. Like, I am tired of Joey, Taya, and Tristan. I need them to leave.
Bitch.
They are mad ass fucking useless, especially Tristan. Because I'm like, nigga, you don't even have a dual deck. How the fuck are you still here? You don't even do anything.
So, you ever play any of the Yu-Gi-Oh like games, like the Game Boy games or anything like that?
Yes, and then there was like a GameCube one, and I played that. Yeah, and like, yeah.
Because there was one that was like on Game Boy Color, and everybody had their own deck. Beating Tristan Taya was like stupid easy, but then
because they don't do anything.
Oh, I know.
Because Taya's friendship will cure everything, and I'm like, ma'am, friendship ain't gonna cure AIDS. You need to stop.
So, have you ever seen any of the stuff like in the original Japanese version? How that they changed to the 4Kids version?
Yo, okay, so I don't recall seeing the Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the manga that I remember, because I remember the manga more because I'm sitting here like, man, if we had the Yami Yugi from the manga is in the 4Kids version, half of y'all would be dead. because he would have just taken your soul and put it into like an ant and stepped on it and kept on moving.
Yeah, because it's like early on in the manga, people were just straight up dying, and like that's what I thought.
Full up. Like this whole Bakura thing wouldn't even been an issue because he would have put Bakura in an apple and ate it. And I'm like, all right, because the more I think it's because the season 3, like middle of season 3 to the end of season 3, on the way to the end is when the friendship is a lot more intense because there's a lot more we need to stand together because a lot of stupid intense stuff is happening. I get that, but that doesn't excuse that the 3 of them are useless as hell. Tristan didn't have a deck, so what the heck was he going to do during the Seal of Orichalcos? Like throw a rock at a dual monster?
Yeah, that's
going to solve everything.
I feel like the best arcs were Merrick in the Seal of Orichalcos. Like that was like the best 2, and then of course the Pharaoh part at the end. But yeah, and Kai was annoying, but the entire time.
Oh, Kai is dumb. Like Kaiba is mad dumb because he's like, "Oh, this is a hologram. Nothing's gonna happen." I'm like, "Sir," so the whole time I was like, "Okay, can someone just like take Mokuba's soul for shits and giggles?" You know, because he's playing
again.
I'm just bashing my husband.
like no, girl. I understand he cute and all, but his whole like dickhead shaped hair pissed me off.
Okay, he does have a fucked up haircut.
So,
that's terrible. For real.
If you watch
like a straight penis, and you know it, and he's
trying to get tip.
Right. A well-stretched hole played from the tip, like straight up.
Oh my god, baby.
He's a dumbass baby girl. Your tastes are kind of lacking here because homie, his in denial stages are just it's almost impressive because it's like here you have real monsters flying over his head because of the Seal Orichalcos. People telling him that dual monsters were actually real things and it's like literally it's like the basic history of dual monsters is Pegasus went into Egypt, saw that these Egyptian, priests and shit were playing a game with demons, and he decided to mimic in the card game. And he's sitting here like, "Oh, it's just a game. It's not real." And I'm like, you lost your soul once. Your brother lost his soul like twice. Oh, and he just asleep. Oh, he dead.
No, he dead.
Okay, so I feel like the only time that he actually understood something slightly was the movie that came out a few years ago, and where like the end of it, he's trying to like, "You want me to ruin it for you or no?"
No, don't ruin it for me.
I would say it's worth watching because then it's like, oh, he's not so much of a dumbass in this movie. Like he is kinda, but not really.
Kaiba's like ignorance to all of this stuff literally chafed my nips, and it's already winter.
Chafed your nips, wow.
I mean, I would say, you know what? I will take stupid, annoying Hercule from the Cell Games saga Hercule over Kaiba.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. I'll give you that. That's fair.
I mean, Hercule's stupid, but then he actually like wised up as like, "Oh, this is real." Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I can respect that, but I'm like, it's taking too dang long for Kaiba to get with the program that people are flat out dying and stuff. But then again, it's like he doesn't even know how to smile when he's happy. So who knows, man?
And
who knows?
Then that whole part where like, what is it? Because you got past the part where they were trapped in that video game by his corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. He's like, "Oh, so that was fake." So he believes that really happened, right? Because
right,
you can believe that happened. Okay.
I'm like, this is why you stay in school, my dude, because you were dumb as hell.
But then he got money. He don't gotta think straight. He got money.
Clearly,
privilege, y'all.
That white privilege. I was just like, this is so dumb. Like, it's just like so dumb.
So
It was just so stupid. But I'm like so excited and kind of like energized to see what happens in the 5th season because I didn't watch this at all back in the day. So I'm like, I'm kind of flying in blind and flying in with spoilers, and I'm just kind of like, man, this whole thing is hell. And
well, I will tell you, the last season is probably my favorite. I'm not going to say anything about it other than to say that I liked how it ended.
Is that the season where they're all on the motorcycles?
No, that's like the first spinoff.
Oh, okay. We're not talking about spinoff.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Season 5, the whole Pharaoh Memories thing. That has a nice wrap up. But yeah, the motorcycle, like, was it GX or 5Ds? I think that was GX or I forgot GX or 5Ds.
I'm not going that far because, like, no, I'm not going that far because literally, I think I tried to get into it and then I just like, you guys are dumb because now they're just fighting everywhere, fighting on motorcycles, fighting on shit. I'm like, this is, as an adult, this is tiresome because I'm like, if I'm trying to go home and I need to get off this highway and I can't because y'all have a petty squabble and you want to be dueling right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to mow y'all and just get off.
So I will say the one with the, cause I think the first spinoff was like, there was like a high school or something that took place in Domino City like years later. And then I think that other one with the motorcycles, it's like New Domino City because something happened and destroyed the city. So it's like it follows each other to a certain degree, but I'm okay with the first 5 seasons. Plus, all the main characters have the same Yu-Gi-Oh hair. Like, who's your main character? Find the one with the purple hair or red hair.
It's like literally like trying to pick out stand users in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, where it's like, oh, you have normally dressed people, then you have that guy over there wearing like flamboyant neon colors and chains and like a button for no reason with green hair. Oh, I don't know. I think he's a normal guy. He's fashionable. No.
Yeah, like who's the main character? Clearly not that normal kid wearing a suit with the regular brown hair. No.
No. Right. Thing with like a lot of anime characters who are the main characters, they just stand out. And of course they have to sit by the window in most school settings. So yeah. So let's wrap this shit up. We were just like rambling on. But it
was a fun ramble.
It really was a ramble. A good fun ramble.
So what did we learn today?
I mean, I cannot tell you. It's so late in the night. Oh, I quit my job today.
Wait, what?
Not my main one. Not my main one. But
like, wait. I'm about to say, wait.
My side job.
Okay. How are you?
It's a stone free. It's amazing. It feels good. It feels liberating because I was just debating because I had to go in tonight. And I'm like, they've been giving me the runaround for like a very long time. Saying like, okay, you're scheduled tonight. And then they'll text me like, oh, don't come in because we're slow. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to quit. And so I quit and it feels good. I've had enough time to work on my things. And I'm just like, this is a milestone. Like I've gotten to the point in my life that I don't need to be working 2 jobs to sustain myself.
Good.
Hey, celebration time. Come on.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Happy for you.
Yeah.
So,
but I kind of just wanted to share that.
Yay!
So.
And Ashley, what are your social medias? I think, so people can follow you.
Yay! So on social media, since I'm not too active on Facebook anymore, I'm pretty much active on Instagram and Twitter, and you can find me on both at smika SMIKA122. Yay!
Sweet.
I remember.
And thanks for joining us on this adventure. It's so fun.
Yes. Yee, thanks for having me, guys.
And you co-host.
Yes.
Here's to more podcasts of us making Dave a little uncomfortable with our talk of dick and titty nipples.
Or just like feminine shit in general.
Titties.
Titties and pussy. That pussy.
Yeah. Oh, he's dead.
We got him down.
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 Man down.
I needed that laugh. Thank you. I'll just say this in the most simplest way possible for whoever's listening. It's been a very interesting week. I needed that laugh.
Good. Now we can make you laugh. Just titties and pussy.
Yay!
Okay, well that's a wrap. We're gonna sing it right now. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.